happy Friday. I got to work a little early, so I'm gonna work on this video before I start. This week's topic is saving money for surgeries or hormones or name changes, things like that. Saving money for transition-related things, basically. So I guess I'll just start with how I save money for my top surgery. I basically worked my ass off. I worked 2 jobs, if not more than 2 jobs, for about 3 years straight, working anywhere from 60 to 80 hours a week. So I definitely busted my butt to save as much as possible. In the beginning, I definitely had an issue with keeping the money that I was making saved securely, but the last 2 years before I had top surgery, my fiance really helped me buckle down and save. So what I did was I paid my half of the rent, and then I also paid an extra $200 every month, because that's what I should have been able to afford to set aside for surgery, and I just paid that with my rent and acted like it was rent money, so that way I didn't have like, oh, let me just spend 40 of this instead of putting it into my savings. So I was really able to save the majority of the money for surgery in about 2 years, which really blew me away, because I had thought I was focusing on saving for the 3 years prior, but really wasn't getting anywhere, or I got in a car accident, or I had to move, or something ridiculous came up that it just wasn't my time, basically, to be having the surgery. So I definitely think that it will happen when it's supposed to happen for you, because I feel like if I would have had it previously, just things in my life weren't set up in a positive way, that it probably would have been a positive experience for me. So I'm really grateful that I did take my time to get everything I had in order. I had enough money saved up for the month that I had to take off of work, because that was something I didn't really think about in the beginning. I was just trying to save the money for surgery, but you're also taking at least a month off of work, at least in my case, because I had a pretty physical job. So I had to save up a month worth of bill money, because I wouldn't be having that income. And since top surgery, when I had it, was technically still an elective surgery, I wasn't able to get like medical leave or covered by insurance or anything like that. I did have an Indiegogo fundraiser for a little while before top surgery, which I raised about $50, which I'm really appreciative for my friends who donated to that. But I definitely wanted to fund my surgery myself, because it was something that I felt like I deserved, so I wanted to earn the money to give myself what I thought I deserved. I knew that my parents, well, my mom wasn't financially stable to help me, and my dad and stepmom aren't really in the picture, so I knew that I wasn't going to get any support or help from them. I'm definitely appreciative that my fiance kept me on track and was there to travel with me for surgery and help me with recovery and whatnot, because it definitely made things a lot more smooth. In regards to money for hormones, I originally started hormones going to a local gender clinic, so I paid like $20 every other visit, because it was kind of funded through the state, and every time I went I got STD tests, because they got funding for the more STD tests they did. Obviously I wasn't concerned with the results, but the more testing they did, the more funding they got. So to help out the program, I always got tested for them. So they would give me my script for testosterone, and then I would actually mail that to Portland and use Stroheckers, and they provided all the needles and syringes and everything for about $60, including mailing. So that was pretty cool. Now I currently have Kaiser, and I pay like $30 an office visit, but my actual shots, I just go to the nurse's clinic every 2 weeks and get my shot, and I actually don't pay anything. So I make up for it with my office visits, because I go see my primary care, my endo, my gyno, all those doctors. Each time is a $30 copay, but then I don't have to pay any time when I go actually get my shot, so that's really nice. Funding my name and gender change. In the beginning of my transition, I had already decided like I didn't want to legally change my name until I could also change my gender, because I didn't see the point in filling out those court documents and paying those court fees and going to court for the name change and then having to do it all over again for the gender change. So I waited until I could do both. In California, you can change your gender before you've had surgery, as long as you have a note from your doctor saying you have had irreversible changes, which I had my doctor's note, and I also had a therapist's note. So when I first looked into changing it in the state of California, it was like $350, including court fees and all that kind of stuff. And I had a job, but I was trying to save for surgery, so that wasn't a priority in payments, so I kind of put it off. And then I lost my job, and it took me a while to find a new one. So in that meantime, I applied for a fee waiver. Since I didn't have a job, I was approved for the fee waiver, so I ended up getting my name and gender changed for free. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I paid like a $20 court fee or something like that, but I definitely lucked out there where I didn't have to pay anything, and it was really smooth and painless. I just went in the court, said basically what the paper said. The judge approved it, took it that day to the Social Security office, got both those back, filled out my paperwork for my birth certificate, and got that changed. So I have all of that stuff taken care of. My current concern right now with funding transition is that I'm going to be having a hysterectomy in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And I'm really hoping that, since this is not really an elective surgery, that I'll be able to take medical leave and actually get some money while I'm taking time off, because the doctor said I'll need 3 to 6 weeks off and then 12 weeks of light duty. I don't really do anything crazy for my job, but I do work in retail and receiving lots of shipment and things like that. So hopefully it won't affect my ability to work and have money for rent and all that kind of stuff. I am focusing for the next month to just save as much as I can, so that way I'm covered for the time I have to take off to recover for hysterectomy. If you guys have any specific questions on the gender clinic that I started hormones on, or the doctors that I see through Kaiser that are trans friendly, feel free to comment below or message me on Instagram, freewater25. And any topic suggestions, put it below, or find us on Tumblr. Hope you guys have a great weekend. See ya.